1984 Hurst Olds fast? Hell no. Do they have some really cool options like lightning rod shifters? Damn right they do. Stick around for the test drive video and we'll talk more about it. These Hurst Olds are so 80s cool. And this is a 1984 version. Oldsmobile Hurst Olds has its original numbers matching 307. Runs great. Obviously these are not the fastest cars in the world, but they do run well for what they are. You're not buying an 80s vehicle pretty much across the board other than a Grand National to be fast, basically. This one is relatively stock. It's had aftermarket exhaust put on it, but other than that, I mean, you're looking at pretty much a stock application. Again, original numbers matching 307, backed by the 200 R4 automatic overdrive transmission, both of which perform great. Power steering, power disc brakes. AC's nice and cold, which has been converted to R134A. The heat blows hot. Stock rear end, and again, stock manifolds, and then you do have your pipes, mufflers, and then tailpipes coming out the back. So it's got a little bit more of an aggressive muscle car note than it would have from the factory. On the interior, you have your dark maple interior. A couple little nicks on the seat bottom here on the edge of the driver's seat and on the seat bottom itself. Other seat cover looks good. Back seat cover looks nice. Floor mats, carpets, door panels, all of that is in really nice shape. This is a 58,873 mile car, so it all represents like a lower mileage example. It's a clean Carfax, clean Autocheck, no accidents or damage reported, so it all falls into line with a lower mileage car. The steering wheel has a little bit of age on the black portion of it here, but the rest of the surround looks nice. Center console looks great. Glove box opens and closes properly. Same thing with your console lid here. And then of course, you have your lightning rod shifters. When we do our return trip here, I'll bang through the lightning rods so you guys can see how they operate, but they do function really well, and those are notorious for getting bound up, so the fact that they do work well is nice. You do also have an aftermarket Kenwood stereo system in here, functions properly. Few small things you're not working on this Hurst Olds. Your washer fluid sprayers are not spraying any fluid, and then your speedometer works, but it's not accurate. It pegs out at 85 when you're doing about 55, 60. And then the tach is functioning, but it's not accurate as well. So some work there on the speedometer. Again, that's probably pretty easy, and then same thing with the tach. The rest of the lights, the gauges, the horn, the wipers, the heat, the AC, all that stuff is functioning properly. You will see a screenshot of the Does It Work section in the additional media tab on the website pcclassiccars.com. Click on the inventory tab, click on this vehicle, scroll to the very bottom, and then you will see the additional media tab, which will have photos of the imperfections, the Carfax, the Does It Work section, motor numbers, VIN numbers, the RPO tags on the bottom of the deck lid, so all that stuff will be in there. I did just shift through the lightning rods, but while I got you guys here, I will show you how to use the lightning rods. So right now we just have it in drive. You click the far left shifter all the way down into the bottom. You grab the number 2, you shift that down, and then you grab the number 1 and you shift that down. And then you basically do that in reverse pattern when you are shifting through the gears. So you'll push the button down on number 1, go up, push the button down number 2, go up, push the button down on number 3, and then go forward. But we're warmed up, so we're gonna go ahead and get in the throttle some here. You guys have it. Shifts through all the gears really well. Again, the lightning rods are kind of a novelty thing. They're not really much for performance, but it's cool that they're there, and it's cool that you can get through them. On the underneath, represents great. You do have your factory undercoating on the bottom side of this car, but the floors are awesome. The frame looks great. I don't see any problems of any kind on the bottom. Same thing with the drop downs and inside the trunk, it shows well. On the exterior, factory silver metallic paint. Paint quality shows well. I'm guessing it's had some paint work over the years, but it still is in nice condition. You have some little nicks in the stripes, couple little nicks and little touch-up spots walking around the car. This does have Keystone style wheels on it. Nice tires, no dry rot or cracking on the tires, would roll on them for a while. The flaws that you will find in the paint and body, you can see those in the additional media tab on the website pcclassiccars.com. But I've always been a huge fan of these. The silver with the stripe and then the black lower portion as well. Just good looking cars. The wing in the back is kind of iconic on these. On the lower portion of the black, I didn't touch on this, that does have your little stone chips from being behind the tires, picking up rocks and things like that, road debris. So you do have some stone chips down low on this car as well. Downshift here. Roll into the throttle a little bit more. Again, not crazy high performance. The lightning rods are again a novelty thing, but it is fun to just downshift and bang through the gears a little bit, which we will do here when we make the right-hand turn. So we're in our high gear. We're downshifting. Downshift again here. We're going slow enough, so we'll downshift all the way. Roll into it. Now we're in third gear, and then you shift it up one more time and you're in high gear. Suspension feels great. I don't see any issues with the front end or the rear suspension. The steering's nice and tight. The car is very responsive out on the open road, goes where you want it to, does not beat you to death. Glass is in good condition. A few little stone nicks right below the driver's eye level, so you don't even notice it. And then a couple other little scuffs in the glass. Side windows roll up and down like they should. They're a power window, power lock setup as well. You have your rear defrost back there with your button over here on the far left of the dash, which kicks on, kicks off. Horn, you have tilt. You do have your cruise control, which we will set. Cruise control engages, you're good to go there. You do have your power adjustable driver's seat, which functions, and you have your manual remote mirror on the dash right here. Seats do feel good, seat foam's not crazy broken down. We'll go through the lightning rods one more time here. Exhaust sounds good, has good performance for being a stock style 307. As you can see here in the video, the sun visor over here on the passenger side is a little bit loose and it wants to move around, but you just got to pop it up and it will stay where it wants to for a little bit, and then it will kind of fall down after a while. Got your little dome light here, kicks on and kicks off. Inside the trunk, it's all factory back there. You do have your RPO codes on the bottom side of the deck lid, and then in the engine compartment, it's very factory in there. Original numbers matching 307. Serviceable items like belts, hoses, fluids, all of that checks out good. Charging system is doing its job. Nothing's really out of place. Firewall looks good. Inner fenders look good. Core support and radiator itself are nice. Just a good Hurst Olds with 58,000 miles. A lot of fun to drive. You can do some performance things to these. I've actually had a couple of them where they had some mildly built Oldsmobile motors put in them, and then a mild shift kit in the 200R4. It does make for a little bit more fun, but in the stock application, these are fun cars. You're buying something from the 80s. They're not fast. Nothing is fast from the 80s. But this is a cool car. I've always been a big fan of the Hurst Olds. They're fun to drive. You get a ton of looks going down the road. I feel like everybody has a story of someone either having a Cutlass or a 442 or a Hurst Old, so there's always someone that you know that's gonna probably have had one of these at one point. And there you guys have it. As always, I'm Michael. This is the 1984 Hurst Olds with 58,879 miles. You have cold AC, lightning rod shifters from myself and everybody here at PC Classic Cars. We appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of our test drives. Make sure you check out the additional media section on the website, pcclassiccars.com. Check out all the content we're posting across the social platforms every single day. We'll catch you guys on the next video.